Time now for your forecast first. WRBL News 3 First Alert Weather.
Friday afternoon, just the sound of that feels good. I came in this morning, needed the windshield wipers for a couple of hours. Not doing that anymore, just decreasing clouds. We'll see more sunshine as we go through the day. 60, not the 82 like we did yesterday. And you can see temperatures generally in the 50s, so not a bad day out. Still waiting for the cold front to completely clear. Behind it, much cooler air and breezy conditions. We'll tell you more about what's up for the weekend coming up. This is WRBL News 3 on your side.
The victim that succumbed to the multiple gunshot wounds will be transported to the GBI in Atlanta.
An early morning shooting leaves one man dead, the son of a prominent community figure, and another man injured. A suspect in the Columbus murder makes his first court appearance after being caught in Wisconsin, and only News 3 was there. And America's police announced an arrest in an early morning shooting in that city. The region's #1 midday news starts right now.
On your side, this is News 3 Midday.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to News 3. Thank you for trusting us as your #1 source for news at noon. I'm Greg Loyd. And the big story this Friday afternoon, a deadly shooting investigation is underway right now in Columbus. Police responded shortly after midnight to a scene that left one man dead and another one injured. News 3's Angelicia Bruton has the latest.
Greg, 55-year-old John Wells Jr. was shot and killed at an apartment complex shooting last night on Bridgewater Road. CPD responded to the shooting at Castlegate Windsor apartment complex around 12:30 last night. Deputy Coroner Elizabeth Allison was on the scene and confirmed that there was a domestic dispute and Wells suffered from multiple gunshot wounds and was pronounced dead on the scene. This is the 4th homicide of the year.
I responded shortly after 2 o'clock this morning to a possible domestic dispute, which resulted in one victim, 55-year-old male, succumbing to gunshot wounds, and one other person involved in a domestic dispute being transported to Piedmont Columbus Regional.
Upon arrival, they discovered one individual deceased and one individual had been shot. At this time, the case is under investigation. The individual is in satisfactory condition at the hospital.
Police say they are still investigating this shooting. Deputy Coroner Allison says Wells will be transported to the GBI for an autopsy in Atlanta. Greg?
Thank you, Angelicia. Just moments ago, News 3 confirmed with Coroner Buddy Bryan the man who died, 55-year-old John Wells, is the son of former Muskogee County School Board member John Wells. Only on 3, a Columbus man accused in a December homicide and was captured in Minnesota made his first court appearance this morning. 18-year-old Devontae Wiskow appeared in Recorder's Court this morning. He's ordered held without bond in the December 27th shooting death of Jaquan Harris on Dunwoody Drive. News 3 was the only local media source in the courtroom. 17-year-old Jaquavius Donnell Richardson was previously arrested and charged with Harris's murder. Wiskow was apprehended almost a month after the shooting in St. Charles, Minnesota. Acting on a tip, a SWAT team took him into custody on January 19th. In addition to the murder charge, Wiskow faces several other charges, including criminal gang activity. A Columbus police detective told the court that they have evidence that Wiskow is a member of the Rollin 60 Crips and Zohanan, a hybrid gang that consists of members from multiple gangs. New at midday, America's police say that one man is in custody following an early morning shooting there. Police say the victim was shot in the area of Starlight Circle around 7 this morning. He was treated on scene and then transported to the hospital. But police say they took this man, 33-year-old Kenneth Harvey, into custody in connection to the shooting. Police Chief Mark Scott says charges are pending against Harvey upon the completion of a joint investigation with the GBI. Across Georgia, the U.S. Marshals Southeast Task Force is currently searching for a man who's wanted for the murder of his mother in DeKalb County. Marshals say he removed an ankle monitor and failed to surrender himself to authorities for a previous conviction of stealing money from elderly clients and elder abuse in Cobb County. He'd been sentenced to 30 years in jail for those financial crimes. Merritt's mother was found dead a day after he went missing. Merritt should be considered armed and dangerous. Across Alabama carried out the death sentence of an Alabama Muslim inmate last night. The execution was in question when he wanted to stay on religious grounds. Authorities say 42-year-old Dominique Ray was pronounced dead Thursday night of a lethal injection at the state prison in Atmore. Ray's attorneys challenged Alabama's execution procedure, saying that it favors Christian inmates because a Christian chaplain employed by the prison typically is in the death chamber during an execution. Ray requested a Muslim spiritual advisor instead, but that was denied. The state says it refused to let a non-prison employee into the execution chamber, but agreed to not have the Christian chaplain present. In 1995, Ray murdered and raped teenager Tiffany Harville. He left her body in a cotton field. Across America, a marketing campaign that encouraged in-flight flirting is backfiring on Delta Airlines. Delta and Coca-Cola are apologizing for cheeky napkins suggesting that passengers go old school and write their number on a napkin and give it to their, quote, plane crush. The napkins were distributed on Delta flights and included a picture of Diet Coke next to the message. Some people, though, on social media didn't like it, and they blasted it, even though others said they thought it was cute. Delta now says the campaign missed the mark. The napkins have been pulled from the planes, and both companies say they're sorry. For more information on these and other stories, we invite you to stay with us around the clock by following us on social media platforms. We're always available to you with the latest news and weather and sports at WRBL.com. Well, still to come on News 3 Midday, a live report coming up from Chief Meteorologist Bob Jeswald and meteorologist Cody Nickel, who are out and about at a local career day. But first, when we come back, Jeff Kelly has your weekend forecast.